Hi, we are still talking about co-laborers with God, specifically faithful stewards of God's field. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 9 says, "For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building." Everything we have, our gifts, our time, our influence, even the people around us, belongs to God. We are not owners, but we are caretakers. In this episode, co-laborers with God, we want to uncover what it truly means to be faithful stewards of God's field. Paul reminds us that we are laborers together with God. What a privilege to walk side by side with the Creator. Yet with that privilege comes a huge responsibility. God entrusts His work, His people, His resources, not as owners, but as stewards. A steward manages what is not his own, but he must handle it faithfully. In God's kingdom, stewardship isn't measured by our ownership or popularity, but by faithfulness. The parable of the talents in Matthew 25, 14 to 30. The master gave each servant talents according to their ability. 2 used theirs well and were commended, "Well done, good and faithful servant." But 1 hid his talent in fear and lost even what he had. The message is clear. God rewards faithfulness, not mere activity. We are God's farmers in His field. Some are planting, others would water, but only God gives the increase, according to 1 Corinthians 3, verse 6 and 7. That means no role in the kingdom is small. Every seed sown, every prayer offered, every act of service matters to God. Moses was called faithful in all of God's house. Numbers 12. Joseph managed Potiphar's household so diligently that everything prospered under his care. And Paul could boldly say near the end of his race, "I have kept the faith." These men understood stewardship, serving faithfully even when no one was watching. But stewardship goes beyond money or ministry, goes beyond accountability or faithfulness in money or ministry. It includes how we treat people, time, and influence. If you lead others, remember the people under your care belong to God. Feed them, don't exploit them. Guide them, don't manipulate them. Hebrews 13 verse 17 says, "We will one day give account for the souls entrusted to us." If God has placed resources in your hands, wisdom, wealth, opportunities, use them to advance His kingdom, not to promote yourself. Jesus said in Luke chapter 16 verse 10, He said, "He that is faithful in little is faithful also in much." How you handle today's small responsibility reveals how ready and determine how ready you are for greater ones. Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 2, he said, "Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful." May He help us to be faithful. Hallelujah. Faithful when it's exciting and when it is hard. Faithful when seen and when forgotten. May God help us to be faithful even when the results aren't immediate. Faithful stewardship means living daily with eternity in view. The master will one day return and ask, "What have you done with what I gave you?" On that day, titles won't matter. Only trustworthiness will. Remember, everything we touch, time, talent, and treasures is a sacred trust. We are not competing servants, we are co-laborers with Christ. So serve diligently, give generously, lead humbly. And when your time of accounting, when my time of accounting comes, may the Lord find you and I faithful. Because in the end, the greatest reward is not being called successful, but hearing those precious words, well done, good and faithful servant. Thanks for your time. God bless you.